Hello guys, welcome watching another part of our tutorial how to fix power washer. In this part we will focus on the issue how to clean the double coil where the water is being heated. You can see it over here. And this double coil is inside this compact high quality German power washer. It was built in cooperation with the Italian company Porto Tecnica, now Industrial Professional Cleaning. And this double coil is usually inside over there. And from time to time, after a few years of service, you're supposed to clean it and get rid of the lime scale that was created inside the pipes, inside the coil. This procedure applies not only to this particular Electra Becum power washer, but to similar power washer. Actually, these high quality power washers were built under various brands, different brands. For example, Porto Tecnica, Eagle Mito Plus, Taskmaster, Electrolux, Electromaschinen, HDEM 100, HW, and many more. But this procedure doesn't apply only to these power washers. What we are going to need, as you can see, I have already put everything on the table. You can see that in the back there is a compressor, air compressor. You don't have to use professional air compressor as I'm going to use. I'll put it aside on the ground. Then we will need the bucket, then kettle for heating the water, not the water, actually what we are going to use for cleaning double coil and get rid of the lime scale. We are going to use a vinegar, ordinary vinegar, cheap solution, the cheapest solution possible, because you've got three options. You either go to service and ask them to do it for you, and it's costly, or you buy some special detergents and you clean it at home yourself, or you use the cheapest solution, the mentioned vinegar. You will need 2 liters. Actually, I don't have 2 liters at home, so I'll use instead of vinegar ordinary hot water, but you will understand that you're supposed to use the vinegar. Actually, I use this cleaning for cleaning the kettle as well, to get rid of the lime scale. Then, after you boil the vinegar, you're supposed to boil at least 2 or 3 times clean water, ordinary clean water, to get rid of the smell of the vinegar. Then we will need a container with the scale or without the scale, doesn't matter, but the container has to be able to take the hot water. Then a funnel, then piece of ordinary garden hose, sellotape, and a bit of a cloth like this one. That's supposed to be. And of course, you need a special gun, air compressor gun, like this one. This one is actually pretty good. I got it only for 15 euro or something like that. It's made in Poland, but it's very good quality, and it has to be like this. It even had an extension for the creation of the Venturi effect, so it is delivering this way much more air. So that's everything for the beginning, and I'll show you how to do it right now. I'll show you step by step now how to clean the coil and get rid of the lime scale created inside the pipes, inside this double coil. And as I have mentioned, we will use ordinary vinegar that you can get anywhere in the shop or supermarket. if you are using vinegar, it's even better to boil it in the kettle, because the effect is even better. If you buy a special detergent from the specific supplier of such things for the pressure washers, you don't have to boil it, you just pour it in, let it stay there for some time according to instruction, and it will do the job, and then you can get rid of it similar way as I'll show you. But if you are using mentioned vinegar, you have to use 2 liters, because the capacity of this double coil is roughly 2 liters. You have to boil the 2 liters in the kettle, and then you will pour it inside the coil. As you can see, this double coil, which was used in pressure washers, is massive. It's got 18 kgs, I think, and this one is over 25 years old, and it's still alright, and it still works. It was built up to withstand up to 200 bars, and for the 21 liter water flow per minute. It's the walls of these pipes are, I think, or were, when it was brand new, were 3 millimeters thick, so it's pretty strong. So what we will do now, I'll show you. First we will connect this garden piece, roughly 60 centimeters long piece of the garden hose, to one of the ends. Usually to this end, where the threads are, you are connecting the short, roughly half of a meter long high pressure hose, which goes from water pump. So I'll just put it there like this, and use ordinary sellotape, and to fix it there, so it can withstand the pressure of the air whenever the air push out the dirty water and the lime scale out of the double coil. It's just temporary solution, we will get rid of it later on, so we don't have to worry too much about it. It should be alright now. And the other end of the garden hose you put in the bucket like this, and use this cloth that I have mentioned to cover half of the bucket like this. Hopefully you can see it. And now I can imagine that I am pouring into the kettle the vinegar, 2 liters of, and I'll just use temporary, because I don't have enough vinegar at home, I'll use ordinary hot water, and I let it heat in the kettle, and whenever it will be hot, I'll just, because over here you are connecting the long 8 meters long or 10 meters long, or whatever you have it, high pressure hose that goes to pressure gun. So over here, through this, you can pour in the hot water, and not hot water, but the hot vinegar, 2 liters of the hot vinegar. And I recommend to let it stay there and let it do the job for roughly 2 or 3 hours. 3 hours, and then I'll show you what we will do. If you are using, as I have mentioned, the specific detergent for this purpose, bought in the Karcher shop or wherever, then follow the instruction on this detergent. Okay, so water or the vinegar is heated, and I've got air compressor and the air gun ready, and so that's it. And I can pour in the hot vinegar slowly inside the double coil. It's flowing in, it flows slowly. Okay, so you understand the process. So this way you pour in 2 liters of vinegar and you can take out the funnel now. I poured in only a little bit of water just for explanation. And now you leave their mentioned hot vinegar for roughly 2 or 3 hours, or maybe longer, it's up to you. This double coil is not made of stainless steel or of the copper, but it's made of specific steel, and I guess that it can withstand without any problems ordinary agricultural vinegar. As I have mentioned before, I use the vinegar to clean ordinary kettle which has got stainless steel at the bottom, to get rid of the lime scale, and it works and it does the job. Only then you have to boil 3 or 4 tanks of the clean water to get rid of the smell. Okay, so now we have it, and the last step of the process is to take the air pressure gun. You've got compressor ready, and imagine then that the 3 hours or more hours are gone, and all what you have to do is just to use this and put it in, and you can hold the garden hose over here or over here and just to put the air into the double coil, and it will push out all the mess, all the lime scale or the debris that are inside the double coil. So let me show you how to do it. That's it. That's everything. You can repeat the process even more times if you think that the coil or the pipes are blocked. But in this case, I have already done it before, so I don't have to repeat the process with the vinegar because I have already done it before. And this way you can get rid of the all mess, all lime scale or mess that is inside the double coil. So that's basically it. That's everything what I wanted to explain you in today's part. I hope it helps you a little bit. Have a nice day. Bye.